What do you think? Let's learn how to do it. Double-sided, 2 colors, red and pink, 2 skeins of each color, impeccable red and impeccable pink. And you need a lot of polyfill. I am using impeccable yarn in soft rose. 2 skeins, and I will just pull from the center to work 2 strands together. So with the 2 strands held together, make your slip knot. Insert the hook. The first step for this heart pillow is to chain 2, yarn over, insert your hook into the second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. Now we're doing a half double crochet increase, so that means we're going to do another half double crochet into that same chain. So put your hook back into where you first put it, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. And now we'll turn our work slightly, so you'll see that you have 2 half double crochets into the same chain. That's your half double crochet increase. So at the start of each row, you're always going to turn your work and chain 1 unless otherwise noted. So there's my turn and chain 1. So now you'll yarn over and we're going to increase into each stitch. Insert your hook into this first stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Make sure you grab both strands of yarn, yarn over and pull through all 3. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do an increase, so that means we're going to do another half double crochet into that same stitch that you just did your first half double crochet into. Yarn over and pull through all 3. And you're going to do another increase into this second and last stitch here. So yarn over, insert your hook into that last stitch, yarn over, pull through. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. That's another increase, which means you're going to do another half double crochet into that same stitch, like so. So now you have 4 total half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turning the work, chain 1. The pattern is 2 half double crochets, or also called a half double crochet increase into the first and into the last stitch. Yarn over, put your hook into that first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and do that exact same thing again. Yarn over and put your hook into the same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops. The next 2 stitches you'll just do a half double crochet into. Half double crochet, half double crochet. Into the last stitch, which is that kind of hidden one there, do your half double crochet into it. It's an increase, so half double crochet increase means 2 half double crochets into that last stitch. It might help you to start using a stitch marker on your first stitches just so you can see it, because once you turn and you look, it can be sometimes difficult to find that last stitch, and a lot of people, if they drop their stitches, that's why, as they've skipped that last stitch, which can be hard to see. So chain 1, and it is the same pattern over and over. Increase into this first stitch, and as I mentioned, you could put a stitch marker into there if you have one, which I'll show you how to do that. So you have your little stitch marker here, and just place it into that first half double crochet that you created so that you remember where the last one is when you turn and go to the next round. So row, half double crochet into that first stitch again, because it's an increase in our first and last stitches, and then you'll half double crochet all the way to the end. I'll just show you one last time before I leave you to it. We're half double crocheting all the way to the end here, and one more. And again, you can see how it's kind of hidden looking, and if you were in a rush, you may miss it. But there's actually one more stitch right there, And that's where you're going to do your half double crochet increase, meaning 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. It's 1 and 2. Now I can help you count your stitches before I leave it to you. So you have your first one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now you have 8 stitches here. And you're going to continue rowing your heart until you have it 56 stitches across. So you'll continue doing an increase into the first and into the last stitch, and keep turning and chaining 1 and increasing on the first and last stitches, and just doing a single half double crochet into the middle stitches until you have a total of 56 stitches, which will be pretty big. You won't be able to see in this camera if I showed you. And once you get to that point, then I'll show you what we do next. I want to give you an idea where we are now. So we finished all the way up till we have 56 total stitches across one way. What I didn't show you is you're going to do 6 total rows with no increases on either end. So 6 total rows where you just do 56 HDCs all the way across. As far as this LOVE, that is some of the color work I did. And if you want to get how I put that in there in that pattern, I'm not going to show in the video, but I will leave the pattern and the graph in my website. So just go to the link in the description box below for where you can get this graph chart for this LOVE. What we're going to work on next is going to be one side of the heart. We are now on row 35, and you're going to continue to turn and chain 1. Row 35, we're going to start working on one side of the heart before we work on the other, the hump of the heart. So this one, you're going to half double crochet 28 stitches across and then stop. Go ahead and do 28 half double crochets, and then I'll show you what we do after that. This is your 28th turn, leaving the remaining stitches unworked. This is the wrong side of my heart. Chain 1. So you're on row 36 now, and you've done 28 half double crochets for row 35. So turn, chain 1, and half double crochet all the way back to the other side. So 28 total half double crochets for row 36. At the end of row 36, turn your work. Now for row 37, chain 1. You're going to skip your first stitch here and go into the next half double crochet. Half double crochet across until you have 2 stitches left. So you've done 25 half double crochets and you have 2 remaining ones, and half double crochet 2 together. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop, then yarn over again and go into the last half double crochet stitch, pull up a loop. So you now have 5 total loops on your hook, and yarn over and pull through all 5. And that's your half double crochet 2 together. Let's turn our work and start row 38. Chain 1 and half double crochet all the way across, and that'll be 26 stitches. Turn your work, chain 1, skip that first half double crochet and go into the next one, and half double crochet all the way across until you have 2 remaining stitches, where you'll then half double crochet 2 together. I'll show you how to do that one more time. You should have done 23 half double crochets all the way across, and now you have 2 remaining stitches. See the one kind of hidden there. So yarn over, put your hook into the next half double crochet stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over again, go into the top of that next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop to have 5 total loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over and go through all 5, and that's your half double crochet 2 together. Turn your work, and your next row will be half double crochet all the way across. Don't forget to chain 1 after you've turned. This will be a total of 24 half double crochets. Turn your work, chain 1. For row 41, you're going to skip a stitch and a half double crochet total of 21 times before you have 2 remaining half double crochets at the end. And then you're going to do a half double crochet 2 together for a total of 22 half double crochets for row 41. You should have done 21 half double crochets across, and now we're going to do 2 half double crochets together for the last 2 stitches. And there you have it. Turn your work. That was 22 total stitches. Chain 1 and do half double crochet across. And this is row 42, 22 half double crochets. Now that last stitch can be tricky to see, so use a stitch marker if it's hard for you to figure out which one is the last half double crochet. Turn your work and chain 1, skip the next half double crochet, and do half double crochet across until you have 2 remaining at the end, where you will do 2 half double crochets together. For row 43, you'll half double crochet a total of 19 half double crochets across. You'll have 2 remaining, where you'll do your half double crochet 2 together for a total of 20 half double crochets for row 43. When you turn your work and chain 1, you'll be on row 44, and you will do half double crochet all the way across, 20 total half double crochets. Row 45, chain 1, skip the first half double crochet across 17 stitches, half double crochet 2 together on your last 2 stitches of this row. For this next row, you will do half double crochet all the way across. This is row 46. Row 47, chain 1, skip the first stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet 2 together in the next 2 stitches, half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet 2 together, half double crochet into the next, half double crochet 2 together, half double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet 2 together, half double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, and half double crochet 2 together. That was row 47, and it has a total of 12 half double crochets. For your first half of your heart, you will fasten off. Now make the exact same thing again for your second heart, but don't fasten off at the end. After you've fastened off, make a slip knot with the wrong side facing you, or with the one hump that you just made on your left side. Attach your yarn to the end of the other side that was left unworked. Place it in there and make a little slip knot. Chain 1, half double crochet into that stitch, and all the way across you'll do half double crochet, 28 total half double crochets. You'll come to the center of your heart. Come to the center of your heart, and you can see this is where you ended at the last one. So you'll turn your work. You should have 28 total half double crochets. Turn your work so now the right side should be facing you, and you're going to follow along as you did in the previous side over here, the same exact things, which is rows 36 all the way through 47, except at the end of it you will not fasten off. So rewind your video back to row 36 and follow along from rows 36 to 47 to do the other half of your heart. But do not fasten off at the end, and I will meet you back here when you get back to that point. The next step, instead of fastening off, you're going to single crochet evenly down the inside of your heart. And so on the inside here, you can do it how you like, but I do about 12 single crochets in the middle, slip stitch here in the center, and then 12 single crochets up here. And then I'll single crochet evenly across the top, 12 single crochets. And then all along the side of the heart, I will do about 56 or so, but 56 evenly spaced single crochets along this side. Now when you get to the base of your heart, the point here, I will do a single crochet, one single crochet at the point, and then another 56 single crochets all along up till you get back to the tip, where you will do your 12 single crochets across, and then you will slip stitch it into the very first single crochet that you started with. This is the last stitch, and the first one that we started with is right here. So go into that one and slip stitch, fasten off. Starting at the base of your heart where you did that single crochet at the very bottom at the point, we're going to work only in the back loops, the inside loops closest to the center. So I'm going to grab both of those loops there. It's a little hard to get that first one. Grab both those loops, and I'm going to attach my yarn first of all. The slip stitch, just like that. So go into the loop here, into the next loop, See how you're going only into the back loops of this single crochet from the outside in, and grabbing the yarn and pulling it through into a slip stitch. So you can locate the next stitch here, go into the loop that's towards the middle, inside loops. There's your inside loops, pull it through. So find the inside loop on the top part, and the inside loop on the red's a little easier to find. Pull the yarn through 3 loops on your hook. So we're working on the inside loop. Right here's the inside loop. Go in, and then you're going to go on the inside loop on the red one. Pull it up. So keep working these inside loops of your heart to attach the yarn, attach the 2 hearts together. And you'll find as I'll start looking like that at the bottom in the center. And grab your polyfill, because you'll also need to start filling your heart once it gets about 3/4 totally crocheted up. That's when I will start to add polyfill to my heart, and I'll show you the progress along the way. But the key here is you just line up your 2 heart halves together so that the 2 pointy ends are the starting point. And if you did the right number of single crochets, you should have it equal all the way around to be able to join it like so. And I'll meet you when we start filling it up. Here's the progress so far, squishing it full of stuffing. Now this pillow is pretty big if you look at my hand compared to the pillow, so it does require a lot of stuffing. So keep stuffing it and closing it up as you go, and I'll see you at the end there.